Be honest. How many times have you skipped something you've wanted to do because no one would do it with you? The other night, I had an Uber driver who was a massive comedy fan, and he'd never been to a comedy show because no one of his friends wanted to go with him. And honestly, I used to be the same way, but 10 years of traveling solo and just doing things by myself, going to events by myself has taught me some really cool things and just opened up life to me. So I want to teach you some of my tricks that I use. I'm feeling particularly nervous and how to get going in terms of doing something by yourself. Number one sounds really easy until you actually try to do it. It's just don't think too much. Just go ahead and do it. Maybe that looks like you filling up your entire day until you get to going to that event at nighttime. So you don't have a chance to think about it. But just if now, even like jump online tonight, if there's a class you want to go to, book it, pay for it, and just get that done, get that locked in. So at least you paid for it. And then that way it kind of pushes you to go. Number two is start with low pressure. Go for coffee by yourself, for example.
Other things which seem a little bit daunting, but they're not once you're in there and it's like a smaller amount of time that you're feeling uncomfortable, is if you go to a movie or a show, because once the lights go down, initially you feel a bit nervous and a bit out of place, but you realize you're in the dark and you start enjoying whatever you've gone to see and you forget the fact that you're by yourself. Markets or going to a museum, places like that, where people are often enjoying by themselves, buying a coffee, chatting to store holders, or looking at the art, for example, is low risk. Three, skip the awkward wait. So if it's a show that you're going to see, just turn up right before those lights go out. So you don't have to turn up 20 minutes early. Obviously, make sure you get in. That's key to it. That's key. But if you're worried about standing in the foyer and that awkward period before you go in to see an event, just turn up right before the lights. Next one is sit at the bar versus a table. So if you're going for food or if you're going just for a drink and you're going to go out, take yourself out for the evening, I find if you sat at a table, you feel like everybody is watching you around you. But if you sit at a bar, maybe someone will sit next to you and you can have a conversation or you can have a chat to the bartender at least. But if you're sat at a table, it's blatantly obvious to you that you're by yourself, and if you feel uncomfortable, it just makes you feel even more uncomfortable. So just try by sitting at the bar. This next one is my personal favorite. I use this often when I'm really particularly feeling very uncomfortable. It's just in my mind, I like to pretend there's a particular reason why I am there. So maybe I know a cast member and I'm there to support them. Or maybe I'm writing a review for my vlog. Instantaneously, it shifts my body into confidence mode and to being like, there is a reason why I am there. And you don't need to tell anybody that. The chances of having a conversation and needing to tell them why you're there alone is very, very small. But what it does is shifts your mindset. The challenge is, let's go out and do one thing this week solo. Maybe it's a coffee, maybe it's going to the markets, whatever it is, go for a walk, do the challenge. If you want some extra support, I've linked below a bit of a solo experience challenge. You can try a bunch of new things by yourself. So check that one out and subscribe, and we will see you.